There's nothing better than like when you do like a Secret Santa type thing at work, and like you're just like, oh, I'm gonna get somebody something nice. Like, you know, it's a $20 limit. I'll get somebody something nice. And then the person gives you, I survived another meeting that should have been emailed. And it's just like, you could have just not given me anything. Okay. So yeah, this is like another crazy edition of reserved seating.
What do they talk about next? You know what? This meeting could have been an email.
I survived this Zoom. Anyways, so we're a little late, but we were going to talk about legacy sequels because Scream's coming out. But guess what? It came out like
That's my fault, folks. I'm sorry. My internet died for like 3 days.
And Scream is not good, and everybody
stop liking things just because they look like things you like. Adam, what's the premise of this video, supposedly?
The premise of this video is, yeah, we're really psyched about Scream being out. So, like, we're going to talk about legacy sequels, and we're going to talk about, like, legacy sequels that we would like to see. So, Rob has two that he's going to pitch to me, and then I have two that I'm going to pitch to him. And we're gonna try to conjure these up, because sometimes if this movie has magical powers, like when I said Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham should just go fuck off and do their own movie, and then Hobbs and Shaw got greenlit like 3 days later. Like sometimes this can happen.
And they did both. They made their own movie and then they fucked off. So
they did.
Magic.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Legacy sequel. So let's talk for a second. So we're talking Force Awakens. We're talking Scream. We're talking Halloween. We're talking Afterlife, Ghostbusters Afterlife. We're talking Rocky. We're talking the
Jurassic World.
The original classic or the original classic series. We did say that it has to be a series. It has to be a movie that it has to be a franchise that had its run of time appropriate sequels. And then there's like a Force Awakens where like 20, 30, whatever years later, they come back. And it includes the old characters, you know, and also a team of new characters, right?
And
so
the torch.
The premise is it's not just like a remake or it's not just whatever. It's got to be a franchise that then can do a legacy sequel, right? Where the old characters come in and pass on to the new. Okay. Yeah. Adam, what is your first pitch?
My first legacy reboot continuation is the Oceans series. And I want to call it Oceans 36 because it's lazy and stupid, and it probably would happen because it's just 11 plus 12 plus 13.
But it's got that cheeky kind of Soderbergh-y like. See what we did there?
It's going to be directed by Peter Andrews for cheekiness.
Okay.
For supreme cheekiness.
Has he ever done that?
I don't think he's ever done that for directing.
Or as director, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever done his pseudonym for directing. But you're gonna have, George is back, Brad is back, Matt is back.
Matty D.
Bernie Mac is no longer with us, so he is going to be replaced by Yahya Abdul Mateen II. Carl Reiner is no longer with us, so he's going to be replaced by Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Okay, good. So the original guys all back.
The original guys are all back.
Are we getting Garcia?
Garcia, Cassell, and Pacino are on the team now.
Awesome.
They're helping out because they're going after a boss villain, because you need to have the boss villain now. Yeah. And the boss villain.
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
The boss villain is going to be a Bezos Musk hybrid.
Okay.
And they're going to have to steal NFTs and crypto, because that's the thing. And Reese Witherspoon's going to be in it because she's all about crypto. And so is Matt Damon. It's just going to be a good time at the movies.
Okay.
That's my pitch.
So are we bringing in a new crew? Or is it just the old crew with a new villain?
It's just the old crew, and then we're going to have a scene where all the dead people from the original Oceans are going to come back as Force ghosts. And
The Rat Pack is coming back
the
as
Rat
Force
Pack
Ghost.
is coming back as Force Ghosts, and like they're gonna be like carrying like digital bags of something.
All right, let me spin this around.
All right.
Let me take you back to a time in cinema history
All right.
where when you would start watching a movie, you would see that thing look like this. It'll be do 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 do, and you would see New Line Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun city. We open on a city. Could be any city.
Okay. Oh, so you really storyboarded this. Okay.
Yeah. We come over, maybe a little helicopter shot over a convertible driving.
Yeah.
2 passengers.
Okay.
It's Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Rush Hour boys are back
De-aged?
for the opening scene.
Okay.
But then everything else, we pick up with them 20 something years later.
Okay.
And it's present day Tucker.
Yeah.
Present day Chan.
Yes.
Brought back together by circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
International incident.
Mm-hmm.
All in detective. His character name.
Carter. Detective Carter.
Carter, right?
Detective Lee.
Detective Carter and Detective Lee. Okay. They call in Detective Carter, but it's not the Detective Carter we know. It's a new, young Detective Carter played by Yahya.
Okay, I'm glad that the boys are back together. Who's the bad guy? What are they trying to
Well,
take
hold
down?
on. The boys are back. The boys aren't back together yet. He says, "I'm gonna call my friend, Detective Lee." We go across the pond where Jackie Chan is now a retired police commissioner or something like that, in charge of China police.
He's in London.
He's in London now. Sure, he's doing that.
You said across the pond, so you know.
Right across. Well, one of the ponds, whichever.
I put the crew already in London because you said across the pond.
All right, fine. London will do. London will be fine.
Right. Yeah.
And we meet up with young Leanna Lee.
Okay. Yeah. Who's thinking?
Swapped young detective.
Who's going to be playing young Leanna?
It will be whatever young standout actress of Asian descent who has not been in a Marvel movie yet, or was just in a Marvel movie. One of those two. It'll be one.
What about the young lady from Mulan? How about that?
How about the young lady from Mulan? Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've got young Carter, you've got young Lee brought together. All right. Now, we're not being heteronormative about this. We're not saying it has to be a romance. It just has to be a new generation of New Line Cinema, Rush Hour sass. There's some kind of international villain. Maybe he's got some NFTs and he's trying to do something with NFTs. He's an NFT billionaire. He's got some crypto, and they have to. The new generation have to get together to take him down. That's my pitch for Rush Hour 4. Rush Hour Kills. What's your next pitch? What's the pitch you're more excited about?
The pitch that I'm more excited about is Free Willy Far From Cove. So this is sort of going to be like the Free Five, so to speak. And that'll be the alternate title, Free Five.
Free Five.
Free Five.
Free Five.
So it's going to be, like grown-up Jason James Richter, Force Ghost Augen Schellenberg as Randolph.
Obviously,
Michael Madsen's going to be back. Jane Atkinson's going to be back as the stepmom. Michael T. Williamson and everything like that. So,
did I hear Lori Petty in there?
Lori Petty will be back. Everybody from all these movies.
Everybody comes back.
We're gonna have Francis Capra II.
Yeah.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II. So in Free Willy 1, it's Captivity. In Free Willy 2, it's Oil. In Free Willy 3, it's Whalers.
Okay.
In Free Willy 4, I don't know because I never saw it.
Yeah.
So I had to Google threats to killer whales, which I hope I don't end up on like a list for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it says like disturbance from vessels and sound. I don't know. It's a little too esoteric for my taste.
Yeah.
Oil spills, contaminants, entanglement, which kind of was the Captivity thing. There's lack of food this time. So they cut off like the salmon supply. Like there's overfishing.
this sounds like a lot to explain to people. I don't know so much about, like, can we
See,
get like a Doctor Strange character to do some exposition? I don't know if people are going to really understand this.
I'm gonna take it to Netflix because I don't think that you're the right studio for this.
All right.
All right, give me your last pitch, my friend.
I'm gonna knock your socks off. I'm gonna tell you one thing that for sure the kids will love. What's that movie called? No Way Home, Spider-Man, big
Yeah,
this year, right?
yeah.
Multiversal, multi-dimensional.
Hmm.
We talked to you about the original time looping, universe combining, meta, whatever. It's
Kids
definitely
love
not,
that stuff.
it's definitely not the first one, but I'm using a lot of buzzwords here, so here we go.
Yeah.
Talking Back to the Future. I'm talking time travel from the future of Back to the Future 2. I'm talking about Marty's kids, a movie about Marty McFly's kids getting up to adventures in Back to the Future 2 future, but then also going back to 1985 to fix things. Remember Marty climbing on the scaffold thing above himself while he's playing Johnny Be Good? It's going to be that kind of shit. We're going to go in and out of Back to the Future 2 and in and out of Back to the Future 1 again. There'll be some other hijinks. We're just going to go through and we're going to do all this all over again. Now,
are we Irishmaning Michael J. Fox?
that presents a problem because
Yeah, I would say
Fox,
so.
Michael J. Fox obviously still with us, but maybe not. Maybe not.
He's
quite,
retired.
Retired, yeah. Maybe not quite up for this particular kind of job, right? So yeah, maybe we do we Carrie Fisher it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we do here. I'm not sure what the approach is.
Do you want Carrie Fisher?
I want Carrie Fisher to play Martin McFly Jr.
Do you think Biff is going to have a lot of crypto in this one?
Biff Jr. Right he blew all of his money on bad real estate. He blew all the inherited wealth, and then he invested in crypto, and that's his new thing. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's gonna basically throw as much Back to the Future iconography at you as possible, and just kind of be about like, wow, wasn't Back to the Future so cool? And like, wow, look at the DeLorean, it has a gunner seat now, that kind of thing. Because that stuff really, people love that shit. So
hold on one second. Okay, good. Yeah, I just got off the phone with the MPAA, and they said that whenever you're ready to submit it, you've got a greenlit picture, my friend.
It's just that easy, folks. It's
just that easy. So next time we will be back with an exciting theme month, which we've never done before, but I'm very excited to crack into the Highlander franchise, and we are going to be joined for 4 consecutive weeks by Michael Pomero, talking about Highlander, Highlander 2, The Quickening, Highlander 3, The Final Dimension, and Highlander Endgame. So until next time, there could be only one.
You said Endgame? Guys, there's another Endgame coming. We're going to make more Endgame. Yeah, get 5.
Like, there's no real Dilbert. There's no he's not like a real guy. Because if he were a real guy, he would love this.
Yeah.
But there is no. I'm not Dilbert. I'm a man.